Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Ngọc Duy and here's what's happening across the world today.
Private sector's development key to Vietnam's economic growth. Party chief requests continued review and revisions to draft political report. Vietnam boosts national productivity for economic growth. Buffalo carts in Dong Thap, a timeless harvest tradition. Quang Ninh aims to attract 20 million visitors with over 170 events.
The Steering Committee for the Building of a Project on the Private Economic Sector's Development convened its inaugural session on March 15th to outline the framework, objectives, and orientations of the project, which will be submitted to the Politburo. The private sector, first formally recognized in the documents of the 6th National Party Congress in 1986, has since been reaffirmed in subsequent resolutions. Notably, Resolution number 10 of the 12th Party Central Committee positioned the sector's development as a crucial driver of Vietnam's socialist-oriented market economy. Currently, the private economic sector comprises over 6.1 million business establishments, including approximately 940,000 registered enterprises and over 5.2 million household businesses. The sector contributes around 50% of the country's GDP, accounts for over 56% of total social investment, employs approximately 82% of the workforce, and generates around 30% of state budget revenue and more than 30% of total import-export turnover. The committee highlighted the need for the project to address bottlenecks and institutional barriers, while fostering a transparent, secure, and conducive environment that activates and fully mobilizes public resources and capitalizes on entrepreneurial spirit. It is also important to encourage innovation and improve the economy's competitiveness in the new era. The project must also outline breakthrough measures, policies, and mechanisms to accelerate the private sector's sustainable growth, positioning it as a cornerstone of the country's industrialization and modernization, and helping realize Vietnam's ambition to become a high-income developed nation by 2045. Deputy Prime Minister Nguyen Chi Dung, who also serves as standing deputy head of the committee, called for robust and transformative policies in the project, ensuring high feasibility and alignment with the country's requirements in its new era. The final outcome is expected to be a draft resolution for the Politburo's consideration. He underscored the importance of clearly defining the private sector's role as a primary economic driver, supported by concrete data and a comprehensive evaluation. The goal is to reach 2 million private enterprises by 2030, including 1,000 leading firms pioneering in key sectors. Party General Secretary To Lum on March 15th chaired a meeting of the subcommittee in charge of drafting documents for the 14th National Party Congress, in which he requested that the political report should be a torch to light the way for the country's development in the coming period. Party General Secretary To Lum, who is also head of the subcommittee, called for continued review and revisions to the draft political report, saying that it must guide the nation's development in the years ahead. He urged the subcommittee to delve deeper into defining Vietnam's new growth model in the coming period, especially fundamental factors for rapid and sustainable progress. Early preparations in infrastructure and human resources are also crucial to chase double-digit growth. Innovation in human resource development, particularly in education and training, was highlighted as a cornerstone, with a call to study and learn from advanced global education systems to build a modern national education framework. pushing for a sweeping review of the political system, streamlining and restructuring of administrative units at all levels. He noted that it is not only about redrawing administrative boundaries, but also reorganizing economic spaces, redefining roles, decentralizing power, and optimizing resource allocation and coordination. The draft report, he said, should integrate sci-tech and digital transformation across governance, national defense security, socio-economic sectors, balancing growth with socio-cultural development to improve people's material and spiritual lives, and clearly demonstrate the superiority of socialism. He directed the subcommittee to factor in global and regional trends, update achievements in national defense security and foreign affairs, while setting clear perspectives, directions, and solutions. Vietnam's proactive approach to global integration and its positive contributions to global and regional issues should also be reflected in the draft report. Standing members of the subcommittee and the editorial team were instructed to continue working closely with the Party Charter Subcommittee to refine viewpoints and guidelines on party building, ensuring that they match up with the party's crucial role and mission in this historic era. With the 14th National Party Congress approaching against a backdrop of global uncertainties, the top leader urged the subcommittee to adopt a fresh mindset, stay attuned to emerging developments, gather feedback from all levels of society, and coordinate with other subcommittees to finalize the draft report to the highest standard.
Data from the Commission for Standards, Metrology, and Quality of Vietnam's Productivity Institute revealed that while productivity growth slowed during 2020 to 2023 due to COVID-19 impacts and global political instability, Vietnam maintained an impressive average productivity growth rate of 5.6% annually from 2016 to 2023. This placed Vietnam among the leading nations in Asia for productivity growth, outpacing regional peers such as Singapore, 3.3%, Malaysia, 2.6%, and Thailand, 2.6%. After nearly 4 decades of reform, Vietnam has emerged as a middle-income country and is pushing forward with industrialization and modernization. The nation's socio-economic development strategy for the 2021 to 2030 period set a target of achieving an average social labor productivity growth rate of at least 6.5% a year, marking a significant shift from quantity-based to quality-driven growth. According to the Asian Productivity Organization, Vietnam faces several challenges in its development process, including human resources shortages, limited management capacity, and modest R&D investment. However, Vietnam's strong foundational advantages such as industrious population, political and social stability, and robust economic development trajectory until 2030 and 2045.
Cái trâu này cũng mười mấy năm rồi, tại vì yêu nghề đó, rồi mình đam mê cái mình nuôi hoài, mình kéo hoài, cái mình kéo đây là kéo tập thể không mà hỗ trợ qua lại, dù như mình chung xe cộ này kia đồ anh em rồi sắp xếp đồ trâu rồi đó, mình hỗ trợ qua lại trâu yếu trong mạnh rồi đó, bốc vác thì cũng vậy đó, cũng anh em nào yếu thì vác ít bên đỡ rồi này kia đó, nào mạnh thì vác.
Tôi thì nào ngày đam mê với phần hồi đó ông ngoại nè, bên ngoại á, rồi mấy ông cồ đó nuôi trâu nuôi đó truyền thống á, rồi giờ tới đời mình giờ mà thấy mình đam mê thì mình nuôi nó. nuôi năm nay nữa là 30 mấy năm rồi đó. Giờ đi kéo trong này có con à, còn như ngoài nhà mới nuôi thì mấy chục cái đi sinh sản á. Kéo gì với anh em thì có lúa gì thì ngày cũng 500, 600, 700 không chừng, thì lúa nhiều ít đi đó.
Tôi kéo lúa lúc tới Châu bây giờ cái chục năm rồi. Châu thì có lợi thế là đường lầy lội thì Châu dễ kéo hơn máy thì chỉ đường khô thôi.
The northern coastal province of Quang Ninh is planning more than 170 events, including 24 international, national, and provincial scale programs along with 150 local festivities, with a view to luring 20 million visitors this year, according to the Provincial Department of Tourism. The calendar features the Ha Long Carnival 2025 scheduled for the April 30th to May 1st holiday period, the Miss C Vietnam Global Beauty Pageant in May and June, and the artistic spectacle Legends of the Heritage Land, slated for the second quarter. The tourism sector plans to capitalize on the peak travel season, particularly during the second quarter and early third quarter of 2025. This period coincides with multiple holidays including Hong Kong's Commemoration Day, Reunification Day, International Labor Day, National Day, and the summer break. To boost international arrivals, the province is intensifying its overseas promotional campaigns and forging partnerships with reputable travel agencies both domestically and internationally. Quang Ninh expects to welcome 20 million visitors, including 4.5 million international arrivals, and gain $2.2 billion in tourism revenue this year. Last year, the province served 19 million visitors, with 3.5 million international arrivals.